This next student joined the Remote Sales Accelerator, Andreas, after nearly a decade of trying to make money online through drop shipping, through trading, and various other ways online. But nothing actually stuck until now. He finally found a way to build remote income that actually works. And it started all with remote sales. In this interview, we sit down and break down what shifted for him and what didn't work, and how he's now building a sustainable online income after years of frustration. Andreas, finally good to have you on. How you doing,
What
bro?
is up? Good. How are you, James?
I'm doing very well, man. It's been a while since we've obviously jumped on a Zoom, because you've now spread your wings and you're obviously on the offer and doing what you're doing. But I really want to share your personal story of like how you went from, the gentleman who was obviously in Thailand, similar background to
Yeah.
myself, trading to where you are now. So maybe share with the viewers like what made you even want to consider looking at remote sales in the first place? Where did it all start for you?
Okay, let's kind of maybe backtrack. I'll backtrack a little bit because I was wanting to get into the online space for a while. I've been trying everything since I was 25 years old. I'm 32 now, just turning. So I've tried everything when it comes to drop shipping, trading, and just a bunch of different online businesses, AI, and I'm trying to figure it out, right? So me and the girl moved to Thailand, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna figure the trading out. I'm gonna basically be a drop ship, 100,000 millionaire. You know, I'll be good. That's okay. I soon come to realize, since I come from a construction background, my funds were starting to run out. So, shit got real pretty fast, right? For lack of a better term. So I needed to find something. And I'm like, listen, I know I have a certain skill set. I know how to talk, but I just was always afraid of like, sales. I don't know. Maybe I needed to break out of my shell. Long story short with that, I basically went to a conference. I met a friend of James, and he said, "Hey man, have you heard of remote sales?" I was like, "I think I have, but I think I just swiped by it because it was always pretty intimidating. Like, what do you mean, like talking to people and like trying to get money from them?" And it's like, no, that's not what it's about. It's about building
What
relationships. And it's like,
what
you
made you
know,
feel like that belief system back then? What made you feel that sales was intimidating specifically for you though? Because it's quite common.
what made me feel that sales was intimidating? That's a great question. That's a great question. I think it was more me considering that I was introverted and saying, "Oh, listen, I don't want to get in front of people and talk to them because it's naturally it's scary, right? But at the end of the day, it's you have to frame it as to yourself like you're trying to help people. You're trying to push people into the next level, just like you pushed me to the next level. And if you think of it as you actually doing people a service, because most people I think in their head have this sales mindset where like you're the scammy car salesman. And that's not what sales is. That's old school mentality. What sales is really helping people get from point A to point B as fast as possible and making sure that you're going to be coaching them on the way, right? So it's really rewarding. It's rewarding. It really is.
Yeah. So go back a couple of pages. So you met a good friend of mine, Rafi, in
Yeah,
Thailand, and
yeah.
he connected us. Um, like where was your mindset at, like when we first spoke?
My mindset was pretty like it was scary. It was pretty scary. But at that point, I think it was the stars aligned in a way where I was leaving Thailand because we were just like, hey, we got to leave before kind of stuff gets worse. I was just relying on my girl's income, and no man wants to do that, right?
Yeah.
So it was like the last, not the like the last ditch effort. It was like the Hail Mary. Like, listen, let's just go all in, and if this works, amazing, And I had no other plan B. I didn't want to come back here and do construction. That was not what I wanted to do. And came back, went full in. You set me up with the offer, right? The fitness offer, and from there, like the rest is history.
And that's why I'm super proud of you, Andreas, because like you did come in like a little bit skeptical, like you was obviously unsure, like could you do it? Because you don't have previous sales experience. but you were super coachable and
Yeah.
you always asked a lot of questions. But the most important thing is that, like you said, you burnt the boats and you just went all in. And that's where people that do that, right, and they back themselves, you create the pressure, which means you have to shed the old identity to become that new version of yourself because pressure makes diamonds, right? And I remember like, the first kind of week you going on, you was a little bit nervous and sure you should be, but that's where the growth comes, right? When you get uncomfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And yeah, you touched all the points. I had to burn the boats. I had to. Um, that was the only way for me to level up. Yeah, you have to get, comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I managed to do that. And you know what? You showed me the way, man. I had to go all in, put in the hours. Just like anything else, I think a lot of guys maybe come into this space figuring they can work like an hour, 2 hours a day, and then, just call it a day. But you do got to put in some work and some time, some effort, and then you know what? It
There's-
shows.
Yeah, there's no point sugarcoating it. Like you have to put in a lot of work, especially when you're new, because you need to put the reps in to be able to
when
learn.
you're new when you're new especially, like after that you can kind of you kind of get into your groove, but you
Mhm.
really have to put in the reps when you're new. I was doing a lot of outbound as well. You gotta be in the trenches, you really do, but it's worth it in the end, and it's a skill that you'll have forever, right? You'll have forever, and you can always, like, the world right now and the online space right now, there is so much opportunity when it comes to offers. When it comes to sales, there's so many offers out there right now, and I've seen them, right? So it's I don't know why anybody like would want to do, honestly, and not anything else. It sounds bad to say, but there's no other profession where you're looking at what's your overhead here. Nothing. What's your operating expense? Nothing. Your skill set is in your head. And that's something to say, like, I know it's weird. You're trading your what's in your head $4. So a lot of people don't understand that. They're just usually trading, going to a job and going to somewhere. So it's a different world. It's a different world, but it's a very rewarding world for sure.
No, and that's what I love about when our first call when we spoke. Like, I'm glad that I didn't need to convince you of like how smart it is to have a coach who's obviously a few steps ahead of you, which can get you to where you want to go a lot quicker, a lot
Yeah.
faster, saving you a
Yeah.
considerable amount of time, but also money of just trying to figure it out, obviously different ways because time is money, right?
Time is money, man. Like, yeah, if I didn't have you to guide me the way you guided me and really just set me up for success, yeah, I genuinely don't know what I'd be right now. Would I even be doing this? Would I have just kind of maybe given up and been like, "Ah, I don't know, this is not for me," or maybe
No, I
hit the
feel
first roadblock,
I
right?
gave you the roadmap, and I don't want to take too much credit here. I feel like it's you that put the work in. It's you that
Yeah,
every day and ate shit and made it work, you know.
yeah.
But for when we were working together, right, and obviously the community, like, what do you feel like myself and RSA helped you with the most, so that when you did get on the offer, like you kind of like started obviously crushing it, I think within like the second week.
Frameworks, frameworks. Really following a proven system of, overall discovery, getting them, where they want to go, where they are now, what pain points they have, how we can get those pain points out, getting them to understand what's kind of wrong with them, and then pitch them the offer. Not necessarily in that exact order. Everybody sometimes is different, but you know what? It's the overall framework, the community, the support you showed me. Oh man. Like, and just like the tips and tricks, especially when it comes to objection handling, which I feel like, this is just me. I think I feel like that's one of my biggest weaknesses is the objection handling. And you've been pretty awesome with a bunch of the tips and like just the way you go through objection handling, how simple it is. Again, we're following frameworks with kind of different wordings, and yeah, it's helped me a lot. I can't even say it. Like, it's helped me so much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, man. It's like you're a student, the same as me. Always a student, always willing to
Yeah.
learn. The more that you learn, the more that you can help and serve more people, and the more that you're obviously going to get rewarded for it. So I love
Yeah.
that. And so I know that you're in Canada right now, and
Yeah,
like from what you said, like the plan is to get back out to Asia and come and see obviously myself and the other RSA guys.
yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna go maybe what, Thailand, Bali.
Yeah, yeah, Thailand, Bali, man. It's Thailand's our home, really. We love it there. Probably the Phuket area again, probably the same area again, next to Fitness Street, right? Once you kind of see it, you can't come back to the Matrix here, so to speak, Matrix, but you once you get out of it, it's man,
Yeah,
just better life there. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see the RSA team. I'm gonna be coming to Bali and being with you guys a little bit, hanging out, swapping stories. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I cannot wait, man. November cannot come soon enough. Cannot come soon enough.
of course. And
Yeah,
like I said, it's you that's made that happen. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's you
yeah,
that's obviously got up every day and put the work in. And yeah, let's move on to like where you're at now. You've been doing this a few months now, and you've
mhm.
just had your best month in remote sales, right?
Yeah.
Share with
Best month.
viewers, like, last month we just missed a target by a little bit, but what did you make last month do you know what it is in USD, or I can convert it? Is it in CAD?
It's in CAD, in USD. I think it was around 5,400, and that was barring some refund requests and stuff like that, which is normal. It happens.
Yeah.
So I just scraped the 29 K cash collected mark. Once I get to the 30, we're looking at a different level of income. But this month we surpassed the 30. So we're looking, at least Canadian, we're looking at 7,800 bucks Canadian, which is really, really awesome. That is the most money I've ever made in a single month in my life. So here that goes a long way. It goes a long way, which is around 5,600 to call it USD. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
So
5.6K USD. You're in
yeah,
Canada right now, and then
yeah.
you take that 5, 6K to Thailand. You
Oh,
can
buddy.
you can do a lot with that, right?
Yeah, you're laughing. In Thailand, the baht exchange is incredible, cost of living incredible. With that money, that's enough for me and the wife here, the girlfriend, to live literally if we wanted to live for 3 months, just casual, and that's spending money, going out places a little bit, you know. So that's how far the money goes there. Here in Big Bag Canada, that's okay just to get by,
Yeah.
So that's why we're looking to get out. Even though that's crazy money, like that is good money, but it's with the cost of living here is definitely something to be not overlooked.
No, I know you know what's possible on this offer. We know obviously people of a gentleman, what Jamie's just shared, that someone's just made like 50, 60K USD.
Yeah,
You know the sky is the limit on this offer, and 10K months are just around the corner. You just got to keep chipping away. So much opportunity. But yeah, like going out to Thailand, like 5, 6K. What would you say to any young person out there, or anyone in general, like who's actually on the fence about wanting to try something new? Doesn't have to be remote sales. I know that's what we do, but what would you say to someone who's on the fence? They don't know whether it's going to work for them.
yeah.
What would you say?
I would say if you're on the fence, just do it. Just try it. Not to be the old age adage of Nike, just do it, but just really do it.
Yeah,
Get uncomfortable. Just actually go in. Jump in 2 feet forward. Do you want to burn all the bridges right away? Maybe not, but at
yeah,
least try it. Try it. You won't know. How would you know? Like, it'll be on the other side of that wall, right? And this is part of one of the objection handling things. Literally, all you ever want is going to be on the other side of that wall. But if you don't do it, how would you ever know, right? So you just got to do it and go in, put in the work as well. Don't expect miracles off the bat. Put in the work and see if anything is right for you, whether it be remote sales, whether it be whatever you want to do, crypto trading, whatever you want to do. Because if I didn't do any of that stuff, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. Right.
exactly.
So it's a snowball effect, and don't get discouraged. Heck, if I got discouraged, I would have been still in my construction job, slaving away. 45 plus hours a week. So, just go ahead, do it. If it's not right for you, it's not right for you. But eventually you will find what is actually right for you and you're going to take it and roll with it.
Yeah, 100%. And that's it. Like, it's not having a victim mentality in life. It's like whatever's happening to you is always happening for you, and whichever direction, you choose to go in, it's up to you to kind of show up, keep that congruency and just keep pushing forward. And yeah,
Yeah.
someday it's going to be difficult, but the identity of who you are today will shed a new skin and you will become this new version of yourself. But it's scary, and I get it,
It
changes.
is scary. It's scary. It's supposed to be. You wouldn't be normal if you weren't scared.
Yeah.
And that's where the growth comes. Your mind will literally start rewiring itself. And now your new uncomfortable becomes actually comfortable. And then you always have to grow. So you always have to keep, molting shells like a crayfish or a crab will keep molting its shell to allow itself to grow. It's the same kind of concept. You need to start actually looking into new things, just growing your mind, reading a lot, opening your mind, expanding your mind, and then you'll know that what's right for you. And at the same time, it has to be something you want to do, right? I will say, don't ever chase the money. Chase helping people and provide value, and that's where the money will definitely come
Yeah.
at the same time.
A man
For
of
sure.
service. I love that,
Yeah,
Andrew.
man of service. Yeah.
Well, we'll leave it there, and yeah, I'm sure myself and the RSA boys and that we'll see you obviously out in Bali in November. I just want to say that I'm super proud of you. The community is as well because you literally burnt the boats. You said like, "James, let's do it," and I said to you, you trust the
Yeah.
process and you listen. I guarantee you'll be back out in Asia. And I know you could come back right now, but you said you had some weddings to do. But yeah, we'll see you soon. To take care, brother.
All right, man. Take care.
All right.